UNT continues to celebrate Homecoming Week tonight here on campus. I'll have a live preview coming up.
A challenge over a congressional district may change the way all Americans vote forever.
Ready to stomp on over to the State Fair, Texas? This is your last weekend to do so.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is NTTV Nightly News.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on NTTV Nightly News. I'm Chris Goodwin.
And I'm Katie Muncie. The U.S. Supreme Court heard arguments yesterday in a case that could weaken the Voting Rights Act of 1965. The challenge over Louisiana's congressional district could reshape the future of voting for the entire nation. CNN's Sherelle Hubbard has the latest.
Voting rights advocates held a rally outside of the Supreme Court Wednesday.
The people, united, will never be defeated.
Inside, Supreme Court justices heard arguments over race-based redistricting in Louisiana. Louisiana's congressional map was adopted last year to include a second black majority district out of 6 total, to coalesce with the fact that African Americans make up about a third of that state's population. A group of white plaintiffs argued state lawmakers had impermissibly considered race in violation of the 14th and 15th Amendments. The Supreme Court's decision will almost certainly be felt nationwide.
I hope that the court writes a decision that is firm, that is airtight, and that forecloses any future challenges on those lines.
The Voting Rights Act of 1965, signed into law by President Lyndon B. Johnson, was designed to address racial discrimination and election policies. Wednesday, Justice Brett Kavanaugh signaled some skepticism about the continued need for what he called race-based remedies.
This court's cases in a variety of contexts have said that race-based remedies are permissible for a period of time, sometimes for a long period of time, decades in some cases, but that they should not be indefinite.
Justice Sonia Sotomayor stressed at one point that race has traditionally been used lawfully in the redistricting process. I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
One of Greg Abbott's most vocal critics in the Texas legislature is now running against him in the race for governor. State Representative Gina Hinojosa announced this week she has jumped into the 2026 Democratic primary race. Hinojosa has served 5 terms in the Texas House. She's the most recognizable Democrat to enter this race. Hinojosa is best known for pushing hard against Governor Abbott's school voucher plan. Abbott is seeking a 4th term. He has won each of the last 3 elections by double digits. And college students in Texas are holding their breaths over a judge's decision that could change students' First Amendment rights everywhere. NTTV's Lucy Ritchie has more on the story.
Chris, just weeks after the Senate bill passed limiting campus protest, a federal judge in Austin has temporarily blocked parts of the law that will stop the ban at the University of Texas. The law that was passed in September banning protests on Texas campuses is getting backlash. It aims to reverse the 2019 law that mandated all outdoor spaces on state universities can be used as a place for free speech and protesting. Lawmakers pushed for SB 2972 in response to recent pro-Palestinian protests on university campuses. The judge claims this violates the First Amendment rights and that the court cannot trust the universities to enforce this policy. He also says students cannot live in fear that their expressive conduct may violate the law or university policies. Religious, political, and journalism groups are all being affected as this has limited their right to expression. So what does this mean for students? Blocking parts of this law will allow students to continue expressing their freedom of speech during overnight hours, as well as permitting the use of audio equipment to do so. This will also ensure that students will not face consequences as they are protesting. With NTTV News, I'm Lucy Ritchie.
Thanks, Lucy. Well, it looks like that fall weather that we have been waiting for is finally here.
I know, Katie. I am so excited, especially for the bonfire tonight. I just hope that the cooler weather stays around.
Me too, Chris. Julianne Wynn is here with us with a first look at our forecast. Julianne?
Yeah, thank you guys. Luckily, you two are in luck. I know this 82 looks a little scary right now, but it is cloudy and we have 10-mile-per-hour wind speed, so it's gonna feel a lot cooler than it actually is. Looking at tonight, it's gonna cool down even more. We're looking at 70, it's gonna feel like 70, and it's gonna slow down a little bit with those 5-mile-per-hour wind speeds. And then diving into tomorrow, it's gonna heat up. I know it's looking a little scary, but again, those 10-mile-per-hour wind speeds will help cool us down, and it'll finally start to feel like fall. All right, well, that's all I have for you guys for now. Back to you two at the desk.
Thanks, Julianne. I am so glad that it's finally cooling down, and luckily it's just in time for the last few days of the State Fair of Texas. Our segment anchor, Sydney Fleming, is here with a look at some mellow ways to enjoy the big event. Sydney?
Thanks, Katie. The State Fair is wrapping up and coming to an end. Make sure you don't miss out on the thrilling rides, or if you want something a little more laid back, the fair has just the attraction for you. NTTV's Annie Tomlin has a look.
Prehistoric fun is taking over the State Fair of Texas. From life-size dinosaurs to roaring attractions, if you're wanting to go back in time for a Jurassic adventure, Dino Time might be the place for you.
Dino Time is a show where we have chronopaleontologists. So they're using a time portal to bring dinosaurs from the past to the present to educate the kids about them and get them to meet them. And nothing ever goes wrong with time traveler dinosaurs, so everyone's totally safe. But we really hope that they do learn a little something from the show. We definitely are talking about the dinosaurs and telling some cool things about them, all the dinosaurs that we have in the show. We definitely also want them to appreciate that a lot of the dinosaurs we're talking about in the show are either discovered in Texas or were from Texas, and that's why we're here at the State Fair of Texas.
With dinosaurs around, you never really know what to expect, but here at Dino Time, you can get both education and entertainment.
I loved when the big dinosaur came out and scared all the little kids.
I just think it's a great year to come to the State Fair, and it's always a great year to come see a new show just started last year for Dino Time that you can only see here at the State Fair.
Dino Time will be open every day through the end of the State Fair on October 20th, giving visitors plenty of time to stomp on over.
The last day to enjoy the State Fair is Sunday, so be sure to make some time this weekend to visit the fairgrounds and enjoy the fun. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Sydney. All right, Chris, I have to know, what is your go-to fair food?
Well, I just gotta go with the main staple of the Texas State Fair, the corn dogs, obviously.
All right, Chris, I'm not a big corn dog fan. I am a fried Oreo girl myself. I'm just not a big corn dog fan.
Well, not all of us can have great taste.
Well, not all of us. We are all entitled to our own opinions, Chris. But coming up, a look at how the government shutdown is affecting the nation financially.
And we'll show you why students are getting ready to march over to the DAC2 Stadium.
Craving something fresh, flavorful, and made just for you? Look no further than Avesta, your go-to destination for a delicious, full-service dining experience. Dive into our customizable omelets, expertly crafted by our talented cook Jonathan, who guarantees every bite is perfection. All our dishes are handmade, prepared with only the freshest ingredients. Explore our assembly line where you can choose from any of our globally inspired dishes or customize your plate. It's that easy. And let's not forget dessert. Indulge your sweet tooth with treats from Clark Bakery. With convenient payment methods including card or flex, it's the perfect dining spot for any occasion. Quench your thirst with our wide selection of drinks. Just hand your drinking card to our friendly waiter and they'll bring your beverage of choice right to your table. When you're done savoring every last bite, our attentive staff will whisk away your tray. Enjoy the peaceful ambiance as you dine in, or use our takeout option for a meal on the go. Avesta.
Today is the 16th day of the federal government shutdown, and the Trump administration says the U.S. economy is beginning to feel the impact. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent estimates the financial impact to be $15 billion every week. Experts also say tariffs will continue to cause the economy to grow more slowly than the rest of the world. After another failed vote earlier today, senators left Washington, D.C. and will not be back until Monday. Some are estimating the government may not reopen until after Thanksgiving, which would make this the longest government shutdown in U.S. history.
As the shutdown drags on, federal aid is not being sent to many victims and survivors of this summer's deadly flooding here in Texas. According to the Texas Tribune, FEMA has decided only 1/5 of applicants in Kerr County are eligible for financial assistance. Many of those people have not even had their claims reviewed yet. That is much slower than previous disasters nationwide. More than 130 people were killed in the flooding that began on July 4th. FEMA is not responding to the story right now because the government shutdown is preventing its offices from being staffed. There is more devastating flooding elsewhere in the country. Some people in Alaska are having to be airlifted to safety after the remnants of a typhoon hit the state's western coast this week. Extreme winds and a powerful storm surge knocked down homes and flooded entire communities. One person has died and 2 others are missing. Hundreds of residents have been evacuated with the Alaskan National Guard, calling it one of the largest airlift operations in the state's history. Up to 2,000 people have been forced to leave their homes due to the damage.
Katie, it looks like Texas is becoming the new Chicago, some may say.
Oh, okay. Well, I actually never been to Chicago, but I mean, I believe you. But Julianne is back in the studio, so let's see what she thinks. Julianne?
Wait, are you saying we're not in Chicago? Because this wind is crazy. In all seriousness, guys, things are finally starting to look a little cooler. We're looking at 82 in Denton, 85 all the way in Sulphur Springs, and then we're looking at lows of 79 in Stephenville and Bowie. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our local map. State map, excuse me, y'all. Oh, Shreveport's heating up at 87. Again, 82 in Denton, and then we're looking at lows of 80 in Oklahoma City. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our 7-day forecast. Listen, I know it looks a little scary looking at those 90s, but I promise you guys, it's gonna get a lot cooler once that sun goes down. As you can see, we're looking at lows in the 50s. Notably, we're looking at Saturday and Wednesday, 90, 91 respectively. And watch out for Saturday, we're looking at isolated storms, 30% chance of rain, isolated thunderstorms in the morning. So be careful, you early birds. All right, I know it said it's cooling down, and things are finally cooling down, but it looks like things are gonna heat right back up with UNT's annual homecoming bonfire. NTTV's Kylie Monroe is live with more on the story. Kylie?
Thanks, Julianne. It's time to saddle up for UNT homecoming. Starting at 7 p.m. tonight, Scrappy, Talons, and the homecoming crew will wrangle up the UNT community in a spirit march to the bonfire site. The spirit march will start at the Center for Fraternity and Sorority Life Building and will safely walk to the north lot of Daku Stadium. This is the kickoff for the traditional bonfire ceremony, which will start tonight at 8. You don't want to miss these UNT traditions. It will be lit. For NTTV Nightly News, I'm Kylie Monroe.
Thanks, Kylie. Up next, many people are having to rethink getting their morning coffee, and we'll show you why.
And I'll show you why lower quality clothes are taking over thrift stores. Coming up.
Looking to open a free checking or savings account but don't know where to start? Check out DATQ Credit Union right here on campus. Get your Mean Green debit card instantly or apply for a DATQ Visa credit card today. Your school, your card. Plus, make deposits at their 24/7 ATM, checks or cash whenever you need it. Make sure to sign up for DATQ's online banking platform and mobile app for easy access anytime, anywhere. Visit them at www.datq.org to learn more. DATQ, the official financial institution of UNT Athletics.
Now, if you notice your morning coffee getting more expensive, you are not alone. Retail coffee has been on the rise lately, and it's not just because of inflation. Retail coffee prices in the U.S. are up by more than 20% compared to this time last year. Almost all coffee in this country is imported, and many countries that grow it have been hit by tariffs from the Trump administration. And shipping costs are also rising because top coffee growing countries are dealing with bad weather and droughts. Experts say, unfortunately, this trend is likely won't slow down anytime soon. And Smucker's, who is best known for Uncrustables, is suing Trader Joe's. The company claims the grocery chain has copied the shape of their sandwich and the packaging design. Smucker's wants Trader Joe's to stop selling the product indefinitely and for the leftover profits to be handed over.
Fast fashion has been a controversial topic for the past couple of years. Not only is it affecting our environment, but it could be affecting your local thrift store.
Shopping for clothes has become easier than ever, especially when brands like Shein, Runway, and other fast fashion clothing offer affordable and trendy items for a low price. However, most of these clothes are only worn a few times before they end up here, in your local thrift store.
I feel like a lot of people's expectations have changed for what fashion really is. Like a lot of people are more shopping online than they would in stores just to find like these like really cute outfits and not really care about like the damage that fast fashion has on like actual businesses.
At almost any thrift store, fast fashion brands are everywhere. And while those $2 tops may seem tempting, they are taking away space from more sustainable clothing.
Just find it really wasteful, and it's for me just
they aren't ready for it.
I would rather go to a thrift store and get something that's also $2 to $3 but made in a lot higher quality and isn't just going to end up in a landfill in a few years.
According to Yale University, the popular site Shein adds 10,000 pieces of clothing to their website every day. This is to keep up with the micro trends that may only last a couple of days.
The clothing industry is not very sustainable right now because of how many trends are coming out and just like how fast things are being made. It's like we can't keep up with the amount of like product that's being made.
Thrift stores provide a chance for customers to buy clothing at an affordable price. However, with the increase of fast fashion taking over the donation bins, customers are left frustrated and the store often takes the blame. Instead of relying on fast fashion, shoppers are encouraged to purchase sustainable clothing from their local thrift store for a more ethical way to shop, low cost. With NTTV News, I'm Katie Muncie.
All right, Chris, asking the important questions, what are you going to be for Halloween?
Katie, you know I can't tell you that. It's too confidential, but I can give you a hint. It has fur.
Okay, well, I am super excited to see it, and I'm already in the Halloween spirit, and it looks like I'm not the only one. NTTV's Kaylee Bonilla is live at TW to tell us more. Kaylee?
Thanks, guys. The Halloween spirit is really kicking off here at Texas Women's University. I'm here with Candace Rempe, Jake Laughlin, and Oakley. Candace, what can you tell me about what's going on here tonight?
So we have Booth You happening here. It is like a giant community-centered trunk or treat. The entire community is welcome to come out. We have all of our student organizations represented here tonight. A bunch of our staff and faculty are here. There's tons of candy, inflatables, rides, a train. So come see us. We're here till 8.
Okay. And I hear we're trying to break a record tonight too. Jake, what can you tell us?
Well, we are trying to host the largest Thriller dance in Texas. We're trying to break the record tonight. The previous record is 881 people, so we need 882. We'll take 1,000. Anybody watching that would like to come and join us, please come and participate. We're really excited. Right here on campus, 8 o'clock over in Pioneer Circle.
Parking is available across campus. Just stay out of those reserved parking spots. With NTTV Nightly News, I'm Kaylee Bonilla.
Thanks, Kaylee. Chris, did you hear that Netflix's most watched movie ever is coming back to the big screen this Halloween?
Did I? Yes, and I'm ready for the world to hear my voice. K-pop Demon Hunters is returning to the big screen for a special sing-along event. The film is receiving a limited run from October 31st to November 2nd.
If you want to get some practice in before securing your tickets, Netflix has released lyric videos for each song online.
And the day we have all been waiting for all semester is just around the corner, Katie.
Yes, Chris, it is finally homecoming, and I already have my itinerary planned out for maximum enjoyment.
Well, I'm still trying to lock mine down. Thankfully, our sports reporter, Jordan Lindsay, is here to give us some insight on what to expect Saturday.
That's right, guys. The big homecoming game is almost here. I have a preview of the Mean Green matchup versus UTSA, plus a look at the Dallas Stars' hot start and the MLB playoffs coming up.
What's up? Nothing much. I'm really bored. I feel like there's nothing to do.
Are you kidding? The MRTS picture show is happening.
The MRTS what?
Come with me.
Okay.
It's a series of free film screenings right here on campus. And there's free popcorn.
Nice. Thank you.
Are you looking for a fun club with travel opportunities? Dive into the UNT Swim Club. Practicing Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Pole Recreation Center. We accept members at any skill level. For more information, reach out to us at unt.swimclub on Instagram.
All right, look up here. 1, 2, 3.
Mom, Dad, I got it. You're right, Mom. I have.
I wonder what's on the radio today. I don't know about this. This is not it.
Everything alternative, commercial free. 88.1 Indie.
Here at KNTU, we have 2 traditional stations, 88.1 Indie and KNTU Jazz. We've also recently launched an internet radio station called Mean Green Hits. If you want to hear more, you can check us out at MediaNorthTexas.com.
That was pretty good.
The homecoming hype is building across campus tonight as the Mean Green prepare to take on UTS San Antonio. North Texas is seeking some redemption this weekend following Friday's blowout loss to South Florida. We're hoping for another sellout at DATCU Stadium. Saturday afternoon's game against the Roadrunners will kick off at 2:30. It is finally hockey season again, and the Dallas Stars have been off to a great start, holding the second spot in the Central Division with a 3-0 record. On Tuesday, the Dallas Stars hosted the Minnesota Wild for their home opener and dominated 5-2. Before the home opener, fans were able to participate in a victory green carpet where they could watch their favorite stars and coaches make their grand debut. The Major League Baseball playoffs continue tonight with the Final Four teams trying to get to the World Series. In the National League, the Brewers and Dodgers are playing Game 3 of the NLCS right now in Los Angeles. LA is trying to take a commanding 3-0 series lead after winning 2 straight in Milwaukee. And in the American League, the Mariners will try to bounce back from last night's blowout to Toronto. The Blue Jays ambushed Seattle with 5 home runs in a 13-4 win. Game 3 of the ALCS starts at 7:30. That's all I have for sports. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Jordan. Katie, it's hard to believe Halloween is just only 2 weeks away.
I know, Chris, and it looks like a family in Illinois has the perfect way to celebrate, even if it's by accident.
But I would have never guessed it would have ever got this big.
Chris and Raleigh Wilkerson have a big family, 21 great-grandkids now.
It's getting up there. Christmas is fun at my house.
And so is Halloween. Some of the kids come over to decorate pumpkins every year.
This is a result of 2 pumpkins that weren't carved, but
they painted them.
Put a face on them.
Raleigh put the pumpkins on the lawn when they started to rot.
And then when this summer they just started sprouting.
And then I see this little patch coming up. I said, what the heck is that?
A few months later,
sort of taken over my yard.
And the Wilkersons have given away about a dozen gourds already.
We gave a couple to Penelope. This is Penelope's pumpkin patch.
Their great-granddaughter is the patch's biggest fan.
Need Penelope over here to find them all. She's real good at finding them.
The second biggest fan?
She guards it for us.
Their little chihuahua.
Kept the 2 of us busy, right, Sassy?
The rest of the pumpkins have until the end of October to ripen.
There's one here.
The Wilkersons say they'll do it all over again next year.
We're just going to find a different spot.
As always, thanks for watching NTTV Nightly News.
Join us again next week here on North Texas Television.
And that is a job well.